Welcome back to my channel. I haven't been recording videos for more than a year. I really miss it. I'll share whatever I have during last week. And last week, I actually spent all my time or almost all my time coding. Well, the coding changed so much. I'm sure you have noticed it, but I just wanted to share whatever I found, and maybe you'll find some things interesting for yourself or share things that you found in the comments. I drafted a script of this video, and I'll just go through the links and through my notes and share whatever I have with you. First thing I want to share with you is Wispr. I'm not super good at typing, and I've never been. I tried different tutorials, different apps to train it, but I was never good at it. Then I discovered tools that can transcribe my voice. I tried to automate and tried to integrate it into my day-to-day workflow. But again, it never worked for me. So at some point, someone recommended Wispr. Yeah, this thing. Although it's pretty cool, it allows you to use different models, different modes and stuff like that. But I don't know, it just never worked for me. And last week, a friend of mine told me that she's actually using ChatGPT to just make notes to herself on mobile phone. And then she copy-pastes those on desktop. I mean, it works. But I was like, okay, there should be faster way to do that. So I discovered WisprFlow. Basically, this tool allows you to transcribe whatever you say in your microphone and type it automatically in the field or in the app you're currently working with. I can say whatever I want here, and then when I press up the button, basically unpress it, then it will type whatever I just said. The best part of it is that it automatically corrects my text. It removes this these things. It adds punctuation. It adds it's basically formats thing. What's more cool is that it actually understands the context. So basically, if I'm in my IDE, like PHP Storm right now, then it understands that this is something related to code. It's probably prompt or whatever. Maybe you don't see it right here, but if I use, for example, email app, then it will understand this and it will use this formal style. And then if it's Messenger, it will use informal style. So it's gonna understand these modes. It's pretty cool, amazing, and it works really fast. I love it. So during this week, I used it all the time. It was amazing. So I haven't even typed my prompts, you know what I mean? So I was just saying them. It felt so cool. The website is super cool. Yeah, I really like this animation, which kind of shows how the app works. Super cool. But then if you scroll down, there is this small widget, still not sure that WisprFlow is right for you. Let ChatGPT Claude Perplexity do the thinking for you. So if we press Ask ChatGPT with the pre-entered prompt, you can see that the prompt is composed in a way, most likely it will be something positive, right? So whatever I do, it will be something positive. Then I was wondering, what if I actually use something, maybe something controversial, like tell me why Coke plus fries is a great choice for me. Let's try it. Again, you see, it's kind of positive. You know what I mean? Let's go to the next thing. There are many different agents. And even in PHP Storm, I mean, in JetBrains, we have our own agent, Juni. But these days, I mostly use Claude. I really like it. And the pace that they move is amazing. They add things so fast. They fix things so fast. I really like it. So I can totally recommend it. But what's more important, and I think it's more fascinating, that Claude allows you to extend it. So it has different ways of extending it. It has skills, it has plugins, it has sub-agents and all that kind of things. But let me give you my understanding of what those things are. So skills is basically just a markdown file with a prompt. Think of it as a system prompt that you might use in ChatGPT. So it's basically an addition to your prompt that conditionally being added to whatever you're prompting right now. So for example, let me show you actually, this is like official repository of skills. And if we go to the skills directory, yeah, we can check different skills here. So if, for example, we go to, I don't know, front-end design skill, and this is just a markdown file, and you can see it has some meta information. Basically, it's just a system prompt, sort of. So how do you use those skills? So what you can do is you can add them to your, I think it should be, So I don't have this folder, but what I would do is I need to create this folder and I need to add skills there. I can copy them or clone them there. The other way of adding skills and different things for Claude is using plugins. So basically plugins is a set of additions. So it can be skills, it can be sub-agents, it can be even commands, resources. Think of it as a folder with additional tools for Claude that Claude can use, again, conditionally depending on what you're prompting. Installing plugins is much easier because for that you would need to add marketplace, which marketplace is usually just a link to your GitHub repository. Then you can install plugins. So let me show you how it works. So for example, for these skills, we would need to install Anthropic skills. Yeah, see, it just clones the repository. So yeah, we need to install the plugins. I'm restarting Claude. And then now I should be able to have lots of skills available. Yeah, so you can see I have lots of skills. And usually with skills, it can apply them automatically. I mean, Claude, when you use them, but you can also tell to use certain skills. Let's try using algorithmic art. Using algorithmic art plugin, create a nice animation with some psycho effects. From time to time, it asks permissions. You allow them. Okay, it's done. Let's check it out. Wow. It works, but it's kind of slow. Can you optimize it and make it simpler just so that it's very smooth in my browser? Okay, let's check it now. Nice. This is much better, right? So you get the point about the plugins. You can install them, use them, whatever. First of all, you can just type Claude awesome plugins. And in this repository, you have a bunch of cool plugins. Yeah, you can just go check them all. I believe there are quite a few really great plugins here that worth checking out. My favorite plugin is Superpowers. The Superpowers plugin, it comes with a few skills. So to install it, you need to add the marketplace and install it. I already did that. Oh my God, this is so great. Like it improves planning and it improves execution of plans. Let me show you how I will build something simple using Superpowers plugin. I want to build a simple app with Laravel framework, the latest version where with just one field where I can paste a URL to PHP RFC, and then this app will tell me the probability of this RFC to get accepted in PHP. You can see that it uses brainstorming plugin. I will check what it does. So you can see it, Superpowers plugin, it adds me different options. So I use the AI LLM analysis. Let's do all of the above. So basically what you see, it decomposes it and helps me understand what I want. And again, this is still planning. Let's make it simple. So what output format do you want for the prediction? Percentage, detailed, just a percentage. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, let's check the architecture. This is... I want to actually cache it. And it suggested me, you see, that's what was on my mind, but it suggested me caching, like it was so smart, right? I think you need to store the modification date of the I like the format, so let's continue. So you see, it broke down the implementation into steps. Yeah, now it asks me if I want to clear context and continue. So we'll do that. Exactly. Okay, vibing. So there's one thing I wanted to show you here. With these long prompts and with long tasks, what you can do is, for example, you can want to go get coffee or just want to leave your laptop. And by default, I think your laptop will go to sleep mode and it will probably stop and you'll have to come back and continue, restore session or whatever. What I do is I installed an app. It's called Amphetamine, and basically what this app does, it adds this small, it will not allow your Mac go to sleep mode. Okay, so I had a problem with my video recording, so I'll skip the implementation part. What it does, eventually, the Superpowers, it breaks your plan into tasks and then runs them in batches. Then it stops after each batch and asks you to review this. Yeah, so for example, batch 1 complete, you can see what it implemented. It stops and asks you to review. Then I press continue with the next batch and it works on the next batch, and then batch 2 complete. And in the past, what I would do is I would go here, try to commit this with Git, just do this. Oh my God, I got so lazy. So what I would do is, I would literally ask Claude Code to commit this. I would never use UI now. Why would I use it if I can just ask Claude Code to commit this for me? I mean, it's using some tokens, I guess, but still, it's just so smart. And now you see it wrote perfect command script. I mean, it adds this co-authored by Claude. So when I push it, it will be actually co-authored, but I don't mind. I mean, it's true, right? So before we test it, in Claude there are these commands. For example, I can clean the context, but there is a way to add these commands. So I can add custom commands. I want to create a custom / command for Claude. Can you add it under home directory.claude commands folder? If this folder doesn't exist, create this folder. Add custom command / command template. Okay, so you can see it uses actually Superpowers writing skill. The folder is wrong. It should be .claude / commands, I think, but check with Claude documentation. Well, it's better now, but it's not skills. It should be commands. Okay, now it's correct. Okay. Okay, so I should be having this my command. Okay, I think I need to restart Claude. Now I'm gonna have this my command. See? But let's, based on this my command template, create a custom / command called git. And what this command does is checks what's the current state of the repository, tries to commit everything, splitting into meaningful commits. So it should be not one commit, but multiple commits. So create a proper command that does that. It rewrote my prompt into a better one. It's gonna create my command. Okay, cool. So now we have this git command. Cool. It suggested 2 commits. That's perfect to me. So let's actually test our application. I'm gonna do cool. Okay, nice. Let's find some RFCs. PHP RFC. I don't have my API key, so let me actually find API key. Okay, let's try again. Interesting. If we paste it again, it should be faster. Okay, yeah. One thing that I like is actually that you can pass images in Claude. Let's go to PHP website. Let's make screenshot. Go here. Go to Claude. I can copy this image, the screenshot, paste it here. You see, it's not displayed, but it's there. Claude can be slow, especially with big tasks. So what you can do is, as I showed you already, you can use amphetamine to just keep it running and just go do your things. The other thing you can do is run things in background. So for that, you would type ampersand, and then you can do your prompt, analyze code base and suggest improvements. You have to go through this onboarding, and then when you're done, you will be able to run it in cloud remotely and even control it with your mobile application, like see the status and stuff. Okay, next thing, if you want to run a few prompts simultaneously, what you can do is you can clone your application twice in different folders, but that can be slow and can take a lot of space if your repository is huge. And also you would still have to like sync them somehow. To work around this, you can use Git Worktree. Think of it as a lightweight clone. So you still have a couple folders, different folders. They are both in the same branch, in the same repository. There are a few other things that I wanted to show you. So Ralph-wiggum plugin, it allows you to run your task over and over again until it's done. It's like infinite loop until your task is done, and it can be like really huge tasks. Didn't work for me really well. I still kind of want to stay in control and just overview what's happening. What I wanted to do is at some point maybe run something big with this. But there is another tool, it's called Zeroshot, a separate tool. It's not Claude Code. It allows to use Claude Code under the hood for the agents. But this is like a orchestrator that you give it your task, and then it splits tasks into plan, and then it runs different agents that implement this task in parallel. I haven't tried it yet again, but it kind of looks cool. If you tried it already, let me know how it works for you. The fun tweet I wanted to share. So I spent a lot of time trying to optimize my Claude Code setup. So don't get into this trap and do work. To build cool things and don't go to infinite optimizations. That's a trap. Let's go through the PHP things real quick. There is external's website, a mirror of PHP mailing list. So you can go through the latest discussions and see what people are talking about. So for example, pattern meshing is something real cool coming in PHP. It basically will give you this keyword and you can verify if something is something. And it can be whatever you want. It can be type, it can be combination of types, it can be specific values and combination of values. It's super cool. It's still under discussion, but I'm pretty sure it will pass the voting. But actually, let's check what our predictor says. 85 probability. Okay, yeah, I think I agree. It's a very high. There is actually another thing that's been discussed for quite some time already. It's called async. So you know PHP is not async by default, and although you can make async PHP with something like React PHP, but still all the native functions in PHP, like core functions, they will remain blocking and they will not play well with your async up by default. React PHP, they rewrote some things, for example, like MySQL driver, they rewrote it from scratch. You have to write the whole application with React PHP in order for it to work. But true async proposal is actually about bringing async capabilities to the core. It's pretty huge. It has a lot of details, so we can check 80%. Let's see the breakdown. Author factor, I think this is true because this is the first RFC of this author. I would say feasibility is quite difficult, and yeah, with historical patterns, I think these features were actually hard, so I would probably rate it lower. But what I wanted to share is that the guy, the author, he shares like all of his updates, and he actually wrote a really cool blog post about multi-threading in PHP, what's possible, what not. It's pretty cool. It's very long. I will not go through the details in this video, but maybe I'll do like some kind of overview of this in the future. Let me know if you like it and I'll do that. I haven't showed you partial functional application. So partial functional application is something that has already been landed. It's a new feature. I want to show you a blog post by my colleague, friend. He writes really nice blog posts that show you new features of PHP in a really simple way. So what partial functional application allows you to do is to fix arguments of certain function and create a new function from these fixed arguments. Let me show you. So let's say you have string replace function, right? And this function has 3 parameters. And let's say you want to pass this function as an argument to other function, as a callback. You want to fix those first 2 arguments, the replacement, to pass it. So to do that, you would have to use closure around it, like this. But with partial function application, you don't need a closure. You just use question mark where you want to keep parameter, and for the arguments, you just fix the arguments that you want to fix. What's more important, it works really well with pipe operator. So if you have pipe operator, right now in PHP 8.5, you would need to use closures to wrap these functions. But with partial function application, you see it becomes really clean, really neat, very quickly readable. For AI, it would use less tokens. So it's pretty cool. And it's already accepted and it will come in PHP 8.6. One super cool thing is this closure optimizations. Let me show you what this is about. So this pull request was made by Ilya and he optimized closures. He says that it improves the performance by 78% in his tests, but how does it affect applications, like real world applications? And we see benchmarks. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, 3% on Laravel default page. Amazing. So kudos to Ilya. And by the way, Ilya is sponsored by the PHP Foundation. He works for the PHP Foundation full-time. And I'm the founder of the PHP Foundation. And I've been executive director of the PHP Foundation since the beginning for 4 years. But I'm stepping down from the PHP Foundation as an executive director. We will soon announce the new executive director, probably within a month or so. Kudos to the search committee. The search committee consists of 4 people, and they did a great job. They found good candidates, they interviewed them, and will soon announce the new director of the PHP Foundation. And last but not least, what I wanted to share is FrankenPHP. So FrankenPHP is an application server for PHP, but why would PHP need application server? So by default, PHP runs with PHP FPM, and if you need to run PHP application like a website with PHP, like Laravel or so, you would need a web server. Like compared to Node.js or Go, there you don't need web server. They come with HTTP server right away, and you just write something and here you go, it's ready. PHP is not the same. It doesn't have a web server. I mean, it does have it, but it's just for development, while FrankenPHP can be used for both. It actually wraps Caddy web server, so it's super performant web server written in Golang, and FrankenPHP comes with that web server and PHP glued together. Super cool and has many features right away. Support for HTTP3, automatic HTTPS, everything you need. But the problem was that FrankenPHP only provided support for Linux and macOS. But from PHP Storm statistics, we see that half of the users use Windows and most of them don't use WSL. So they couldn't use FrankenPHP locally. Actually, I don't know if they will release it soon or not, but they shared Windows binary prototype with me and it's pretty cool. I'm super happy and hopefully they will release it soon. That would mean we'll have a real application server available on all platforms, production ready and development ready. Super cool. I'm super excited about this. And if you're using FrankenPHP, let me know what you think. Also, some time ago, I recorded a video comparing performance of FrankenPHP, Swole, PHP FPM, and NGX PHP. FrankenPHP showed good performance there, but wasn't the best. So I actually want to run it again, try how FrankenPHP performance changed over the years. I mean, over last year, I guess. So this is it for today. Let me know what you think. If you like this format, if you want me to share more, please write down in the comments what you want me to cover. Would you like to see more PHP or more AI things or my workflow? I'm curious to know. My name is Roman Pronsky. Thanks for watching and see you next time.